In the main window of Nest, you can see three sections. The first one is Files here on the left. So this is where all the files that we're going to work with are going to be. They're going to be shown here. Also, all the results that we're going to make also will be here. In the middle part, this is a view area, editing area, where all the magic will happen. We also have this question mark here, which shows some of the basic keystrokes and mouse gestures that we can use, depending on the mode in which we're in. And here on the scanner panel, we have all the scans that are stored locally here on this particular computer. So if you unplug your scanner and plug it to another computer, you will not see those scans because scans are stored locally. It is important to remember. We also have this panel, which is a scanner control panel. I guess the most important here is show scanner screen. If you activate it, you can just open this window, which shows what you see on the screen of your scanner. And you can also control it here. So I can click preview and see all the scanning settings and stuff, but we're going to discuss it a little bit later. There are, of course, a possibility to use different methods of scanning, different tracking modes, and some other options. So we have a toolbar over here with the main tools that we're going to use. And here on the left side, we also have a toolbar that will change depending on the stage we are in. So let's take a look on the scanner panel here. So you can see that they are organized, all the scans are organized in folders with a date in the name of it. And the list of scans, each scan contains the date on which the scan was made, the time, and the type of scanner used. So the date and time is repeated over here in case you decided to rename the scan. There's also the size of the file, which can be quite substantial sometimes. Little preview, sort of a thumbnail, which shows you, well, gives you the general idea of what the scan is about. And this little icon here in a corner shows what kind of tracking has been used. So this is geometry tracking, this is texture tracking scans, and marker tracking scans over there. So if you click on one of them, you'll see some additional data, like the amount of frames in the scan, some parameters with which this scan was made. We're going to talk about those parameters in more details when we're going to talk about scanning, but generally this is a flash mode, the power of a grid, how thick and how powerful it's going to be. Live 3D, which is a super important function. We're going to talk about this extensively. I'm showing you some of the samples with Live 3D and not. This is the frequency of texture frames, how often we're going to make pictures of the object during scanning. These frames then can be used for texturizing the model. And the brightness, of course, we can change it depend on the conditions in which we're scanning. We can obviously open the scan or just double click on it. We can move it to recycle bin, or if I click shift, this button changes to delete. So if we want to delete it completely. And one of the most important functions is open in folder. So if you click on it, you'll see the folder in which this scan is physically stored. So this is actual file on your computer, and you can copy it to your flash drive or to share it via some file sharing service. This is especially important when you communicating with tech support. So if you have certain problems with assembling scan or processing scans, these is the kind of files that support will most likely ask you to share with them. You can also reach those files by double-clicking on this Calibry icon. If I just double-click on it, I see the same folders, and I can open it and see those files inside. And you can, of course, select multiple files if you like. It's like pretty much in Windows. You can just click Control, or if you want to scan, if you want to open a certain amount of scans, you can just click with a shift on the first and on the last in some range, or just click on the name of the folder and all the files will be selected over there. Or you can just click on a single file and it will be selected. So it is up to you.